welcome to Little Gardeners. Hope you'll join us today. So what we're going to do today for our project is we are going to create on paper a virtual hug, because I know that I especially miss hugging Grandma.
Yes.
I haven't even touched Grandma since March.
Right.
So my mom lives in Ocean Beach and we have seen her, but we're always wearing masks, we're always outside, but I really miss hugging her. So we're gonna do something that you could do at home, which is creating a hug that you could drop off at somebody's door, anybody who deserves a hug, and leave it, and it just shows that you were thinking of them. And did you know that, I think it was just yesterday, was National Hug Day? Did you know that it was National Hug Day? Well, let's celebrate even if it's a couple days late. Even if it's a month late, doesn't matter. All right, let me show you how to do it. Okay, so to make our virtual hug, I have a big piece of butcher paper and I have it just laid out on this picnic table. It would be much easier if we were on the ground, but there's not a smooth place here on the ground. The wood chips would probably hurt. So Allie has agreed to be the person that I'm going to trace. It's going to be the hug. All right, so I'm gonna go around your hair. Uh-oh, I need a better marker. Oh, excuse me. Let me get ponytail back there. And then we go this way. Trace her arms all the way to her hands. And I wonder, Allie, can you have your hand on the paper?
Yeah.
All the way?
Small hands.
Oh, well, just having them kind of partially going off because Allie is so tall.
Oh, sorry.
She's taller than I am. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to tickle her. Okay, here's the other side. There's her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ellie, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7". I'm 6'7". I'm so tall.
Okay, let's take a look. Get up.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
here is Ellie all traced. So now what we're going to do is, and Allie is much more of an artist than I am. So maybe Allie, can you go ahead and color this?
Oh my God.
Color this so that it looks like you. Adding a little bit of three-dimensionality.
Ooh, wow.
Here. Here's her sleeve. There it is. Smelly markers.
I don't know. Yay. Yay.
You look like one of those. The shape of your head reminds me of one of those nesting dolls, those babushka dolls.
Yeah. I was like, cute.
Anime. I'm gonna try to give you that.
I don't deserve half this back. It's not meant to be. Draw my bracelet.
So the idea is that when Grandma gets it, she will go like this,
Hug.
and she'll get a little hug from you.
Wait.
Allie, it feels.
Okay.
See, it feels like a nice warm hug. It's the next best thing to getting a real hug.
Absolutely.
Who do you want to give a hug to today? Maybe you could make one at home, and then you could think about who you miss hugging. what I wanted to start off with was a book that I love. If you've ever come to Little Gardeners, you know that I really love this book, and I really, really love this book. And they're both by the same author. Do you remember The Wolf's Chicken Stew? And I also like to read My Lucky Day. But another thing that I wanted to share with you, and I took on the way out of my house this morning, is the fact that way back in March, so a very long time ago, what is that, 9 months ago? I got a card from some Little Gardeners friends, from Claire and Peter and their family. And it starts with, my kiddos are glued to the Mr. Fox and the Pig Roast book right now. And then it just says, thank you for being a Little Gardeners teacher. And I just wanted to show you this because I got it in, I don't remember, it was March or April, and it meant so much to me that I hold on to this and I look at it every now and then because it was so nice that they took time to sit and write a note, and they sent it here to the church and I ended up getting it. So today is about reaching out to people. Leaving a little note, maybe making a phone call, just telling people in your life that you care about them and that you're thinking about them and how much that's going to mean to them. So our project is going to be about reaching out, literally reaching out to somebody in your life. And because the card said that this family loves this book, this one is for Claire and Peter and everyone else who's watching. My Lucky Day by Kiko Kaza. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope so. My Lucky Day. I love this book. One day, a hungry fox was preparing to hunt for his dinner, and as he polished his claws, he was startled by a knock on the door. And he went, because he wasn't expecting a knock on the door. Hey, Rabbit, someone yelled outside. Are you home? Rabbit, thought the fox. If there were any rabbits in here, I'd have eaten them for breakfast. Sounds like whoever it is thinks that Rabbit lives there. When the fox opened the door, there stood a delicious-looking piglet. Oh no, screamed the piglet. Oh yes, cried the fox, you've come to the right place. He grabbed the piglet and pulled him inside. Poor little guy. This must be my lucky day, the fox shouted. How often does dinner just come knocking at your door? The piglet kicked and squealed. Let me go, let me go. Sorry, pal, said the fox. This isn't just any dinner. It's a pig roast, my favorite. Now, get into this roasting pan. It was useless to struggle. All right, sighed the piglet. I will, but there's just one thing. What? Growled the fox. Well, I'm a pig, you know, and I'm filthy. Shouldn't you wash me first? Just a thought, Mr. Fox. The fox said to himself. He is filthy. Do you know what filthy means? Filthy is a fun word to say. Filthy. It means really dirty. See how dirty the pig is? The pig needs a bath. So let's see if the fox gives him a bath. Well, the fox got busy. He collected twigs and he made a fire and he carried in the water and finally he gave the piglet a nice bath. You're a terrific scrubber, said the piglet. Look at that. He's got like a big barrel and he fills it with water and then the fire underneath heats up the water. That's a lot of work. We're pretty lucky that we just turn on the tap and hot water comes out. There, said the fox. Now you're the cleanest piglet in the county. Now you stay still now. All right, sighed the piglet, I will, but what? Growled the fox. Well, I'm a very small piglet, you know. Shouldn't you maybe fatten me up to get more meat? Just a thought, Mr. Fox. The fox said to himself. He is a little on the small side. So the fox got busy. He picked tomatoes, he made spaghetti, he baked cookies, and finally he gave the piglet a really nice dinner. "You are a terrific cook," said the piglet. "Look at that. Look at that beautiful dinner that he made." The fox has been very busy. "There," said the fox. "Now you are the fattest piglet in the county, so get into the oven." "All right," sighed the piglet, "I will, but..." What? Shouted the fox. "Well, I'm a hard-working pig, you know. My meat's awfully tough. Shouldn't you massage me first to get a more tender roast?" "It's just a thought, Mr. Fox." The fox said to himself. "I do prefer tender meat." Look at, he's all in the pan with all the vegetables around him already. Oh. Have you ever had a massage? It feels so good. Let's see if he gives a good massage. So, the fox got busy. He pushed, and he pulled, and he squeezed, and he pounded the piglet from head to toe. You know what the piglet said? "You give a terrific massage," said the piglet. If you've never had a massage, maybe you should ask somebody in your house if maybe they can give you a massage on your back. It feels amazing. Well, but the piglet continued, "I've been working really hard lately and my back is awfully stiff. Could you push a little harder, Mr. Fox? Like a little to the right, please?" "Ooh, yes. Well, just a little to the left now." Look at the look on the fox's face. He's going, "I can't believe this." And look at, he's sweating. He's working so hard. Do you see that? "Mr. Fox, are you there? Mr. Fox?" What do you think happened? I think he's exhausted and he went, "Oh." But Mr. Fox was no longer listening. He had passed out, completely exhausted. He couldn't lift a finger, let alone a roasting pan. Look at that. He fell behind. Poor little guy. "Poor Mr. Fox," sighed the piglet. "He's had a busy day." And then the cleanest and the fattest and the softest piglet in the county picked up the rest of his cookies and he headed for home. Look at Fox's feet. That's funny. That piglet had a pretty good day. "What a bath, what a dinner, what a massage," cried the piglet. "This must be my lucky day." That's what he said as he raced home with his little bag full of cookies. And when he got home, the piglet relaxed before a warm fire. And he's looking at a little journal and says, "Let's see," he wondered, looking at his address book. "Who shall I visit next?" So if you could see here, I'll read it to you because it's really small. It says, "The fox, he lives in the log cabin up on the hill. The wolf next to the tallest pine tree. The bear is the house with the red roof by the river, and the coyote lives in a cave." And he crossed off the fox and he crossed off the coyote because he went to their two houses. He is a smart pig. And then look at the last page. He's there at the bear's house. And then the bear comes to the door and the pig's like, "Oh!" But he's just pretending, right? He's just pretending. He's really smart. The end. That's called My Lucky Day. Do you like that book as much as I do? It's so funny and so clever. All right, let's go ahead and do a song now, okay? All right, now we're going to do our song today That's called Leaky Umbrella. It's a really fun song. And I love to do this song when either we're having rain or rain's in the forecast, and I think it's supposed to rain either today, later on today, or through the weekend. So that's really good for our garden, isn't it? So I have this umbrella. Look at its polka dot. And this umbrella works really well for me, but imagine if it were filled with holes. Would that really keep me dry? No, it would not keep me dry. So I'm really glad that my umbrella is not full of holes like the umbrella in this particular song. So we're going to pretend to wear a rain jacket, and the rain jacket's going to be full of holes. And I think we're going to put boots on, and the boots are going to be full of holes too. So that means we're going to get really wet. So let's go ahead and do our song, okay? I'm gonna pretend to hold an umbrella because you'll probably be pretending as well at home. Let's do this song. It's a fun one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have a leaky umbrella, all full of holes.
Oh no.
I have a leaky umbrella, all full of holes.
I'm gonna get so wet.
I have a leaky umbrella, leaky as can be. Well, that leaky umbrella will be the end of me.
Okay, now we make a sound.
The
Ready?
rain is drip, drip, dripping on my head. The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my nose. The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my shoulders. Well, that leaky umbrella will be the end of me.
Thanks a lot, umbrella. All right, let's see what comes next.
I have a leaky raincoat,
Let's put a raincoat
all
on.
full of holes.
Oh no, it's full of holes.
I have a leaky raincoat,
all full of holes. A lot of good that's gonna be.
I have a leaky raincoat,
leaky as can be. Well, that leaky raincoat will be the end of me. Let's see what's gonna get wet now.
The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my arm. The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my stomach. The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my knees. Well, that leaky raincoat will be the end of me.
Thanks a lot, raincoat.
I have leaky boots,
Leaky boots.
all full of holes. I have leaky boots, all full of holes.
I don't like wet feet.
I have leaky boots, leaky as can be. Well, those leaky boots will be the end of me.
Thanks a lot, boots.
The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my toes. The rain is drip, drip, dripping on my ankles.
Where are your
The rain
ankles?
is drip, drip, dripping on my feet. Well, those leaky boots will be the end of me. Well, that leaky raincoat will be the end of me. Well, that leaky umbrella will be the end of me.
All right, here's a towel. Ready? Ooh, I need a towel too. And I need to dry off, right? Because now we're all wet and we're cold. My hair got wet. My feet are wet. Oh no, I need to dry all my clothes, huh? Did you get all wet? We might get wet this weekend when the rain opens up. All right, fun song, isn't it? This is a song and a book. You know that I love books that are also songs. And this one is called Each of Us is a Flower, and I like it because it talks about all the things that plants need to grow, which is kind of similar to all the things that we need to grow. What are some things that you need in order to grow? We've got some kiddos over here that are kind of watching from a distance. That makes me so happy, and it makes me miss you guys even more, actually. I can't wait until we can get together again. We need healthy food for our bodies, don't we? We need to drink water, we need fresh air, we need exercise. Do you get all of those things every day and every week? I hope you're taking really good care of yourself and you're nice and healthy. This is called Each of Us is a Flower. Let's go ahead and sing this one together. Do you remember it?
Each of us is a flower growing in life's garden. Each of us is a flower. We need the sun and rain. Each of us is a flower growing in life's garden. Each of us is a flower. We need the sun and rain. Sun, shine your warmth on me. Cool me with your night. Wind, bring the gentle rain. Each of us is a flower. We need the sun and rain. Each of us is a flower growing in life's garden. Each of us is a flower. We need the sun and rain. We need the sun and rain. We need the sun and rain. Cha-cha-cha.
So remember several weeks ago when I chopped off this big mammoth sunflower head that was already spent? The flower petals had already withered away and it was getting dried out, and I showed you how to expose all of these sunflower seeds. Well, I sat it just next to my my bed here, my vegetable bed, and I look at it every now and then, and I just wanted to show you how it looks now. So look at, you can see all of, I didn't do any of this destruction here. We know that the birds did, or maybe the squirrels came by. I mean, it could be mice, it could be little rats that came by, and they're all going over to this, and they're, you know, along with a lot of the vegetables and stuff, they like to snack on it, and they're eating all of these sunflower seeds. So if you look really closely, you could see some of these are cracked open, and they're just empty little shells. So that's what I really wanted for this, is I wanted to keep it out so that all the critters could snack on it. And that's what they've been doing, and that's what they'll continue to do until this is all empty. Do you remember a week or two ago when we were talking about this really important plant here in the community garden? Do you remember what it's called? This one is called a milkweed plant. And remember Allie and I were taking the little seeds from the seed pods? Look at that, it's so great on a day like today. Isn't it amazing how they just have those little feathery, it's almost like wings that just help it to travel through the air and hopefully grow somewhere else. On a day like today, wow, they're traveling up high. Sometimes on a day where it doesn't have a lot of wind, they just kind of go down on the ground. But anyway, this is a milkweed plant, and the reason why it's so important is they help promote the life of the monarch butterflies here in our garden. And the monarchs fly and flutter all throughout this community garden, specifically looking for this plant, because this is a plant that they lay eggs on, and out of the eggs come the little tiny caterpillars, and this is what they like to eat. This is their main food source, is the milkweed plant. So we were just walking through here and noticed that around this time of year they're hard to find, but there is a caterpillar that is right here, and every time that I see them when they're not on the plant feeding anymore, it means that they have grown big enough, and he is trying to find a place, even though he's just still right now. He's gonna find a place to build his chrysalis. And the chrysalis is the little case, the little house that he turns into a monarch butterfly. Usually it takes about 2 weeks after they build the chrysalis that the butterfly emerges. So he's gonna find a place, and usually they are under a fence, somewhere that's kind of protected, because he knows that his chrysalis has to be someplace that's going to be safe from birds and little squirrels and little mice that might want to have him for a snack. So hopefully he'll find a really smart place, and maybe we'll even be able to find where he makes his chrysalis. All right, everybody, let's do our goodbye prayer, okay? We could put our hands together like this, or you could hold hands with somebody in your family, you could hold hands with your teddy bear, or you could hold hands with your dog. Let's close our eyes. And let's just say, Lord, we are so grateful for all the blessings that you give us today and every day. We are grateful for the ability to reach out to others and to tell them how much we're thinking of them. For all the people who love us, for our families, for our friends, for our health, for the sun and the rain and fresh air. We're just so grateful, Lord. Amen. Okay, it is time for us to do our goodbye song. It's just about starting to rain here in the community garden, so we just are wrapping it up right now so we can jump in our cars and stay dry. Before we do the goodbye song, I wanted to invite everybody to the 8:30 service here on Sunday mornings. That is the drive-in service here at Terracena Lutheran Church, where you come on in, you stay in your car in the parking lot, and you tune your radio in for the readings, the sermon, and the wonderful music. So we invite all of you to the 8:30 or the 10 o'clock service here at Terracena Lutheran Church, where we have contemporary music. And you have the option of being here in person, where everybody is masked and everybody's outside and distanced for safety. Or you can see either one on our Facebook page in a live stream kind of format. So we invite all of you to join us. Let's go ahead and do the goodbye song, okay? That's where we have to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Are you ready? Are you standing? All right, let's do it. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. It is time to say goodbye to all my friends. It is time to say goodbye to all my friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eyes. Can you wink with the other one? It is time to say goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, friends. Yee-haw! Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I hope I get to see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your week. Know that I love you guys and I miss you so much. Mwah! Take care.